Nothing you see today is truly new. Movies, games, and characters are rarely created in isolation. They are inherited. Across centuries, ideas have moved from oil paintings to sculptures, from myths to architecture, and now into digital worlds. What we call pop culture is often just older imagination in a new form. Some influences are hidden in plain sight, even inside names.
Michelangelo, that's a brilliant notion!
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles look like a simple 80s cartoon, but their identity is tied to the High Renaissance. Each character is named after a master of that era. Leonardo da Vinci, the painter of the Mona Lisa. Michelangelo, the sculptor of David. Raphael, the master of Vatican frescoes. Donatello, the early Renaissance sculptor.
Named them after my favorite Renaissance painters. Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo.
A modern cartoon quietly carries the names of history's greatest artists, linking pop culture to classical art. Spider-Man's poses feel dynamic and modern, but they are rooted in ancient Greek sculpture techniques called contrapposto. This method shifts weight onto one leg, creating balance, tension, and natural motion. Renaissance artists later extended this idea into figura serpentinata, where the body twists into spirals of motion and energy. What began in stone and marble found its way into comic books, and then into motion. From hand-drawn panels to the fluid action of Spider-Man films, this same visual language continues to evolve. And I bet next time you look at figura serpentinata, you'll start noticing Spider-Man in its forms. Stories also carry this inheritance. The Lion King follows a familiar structure of betrayal, loss, and return.
No, you're dead.
It was openly inspired by Shakespeare's Hamlet, often described as Hamlet with fur. A prince loses his father. The uncle takes the throne. The son faces guilt, exile, and responsibility before returning to restore balance.
How could I drink hot blood?
The setting changes, but the structure remains unchanged across 400 years. But inheritance is not only in story structure, it also exists in visuals. Long before cinema, that visual language already lived in paintings. Frankenstein doesn't just show scenes, it turns paintings into cinema. The hand-touching moment echoes Michelangelo's creation of Adam, where life feels transferred through near contact, and intense emotional focus like Caravaggio's work. The laboratory scenes mirror Baroque painting style. Deep shadows, sharp light, skulls, and objects around the experiments reflect Vanita's still life paintings. Some of these extreme close-ups, especially the intense eye shots, carry a Lucifer-like symbolism, where the gaze feels almost divine and cursed at the same time, echoing classical all-seeing eye imagery found in old religious paintings. Frankenstein doesn't just show scenes, it makes you experience painting through cinema.
Now, run.
Sometimes cinema borrows something deeper, how we understand reality itself. That idea becomes clear in The Matrix. The Matrix explores whether reality itself can be trusted.
This is your last chance. You take the blue pill. You wake up in your bed and believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland.
This idea can be traced back to Plato's allegory of the cave, where humans mistake shadows for reality.
The Matrix is everywhere.
Even modern interpretations like Baudrillard's simulacra and simulation shaped its thinking. The film does not create the question, it modernizes an ancient doubt about perception and truth. Even fictional worlds are built from historical design languages. Hogwarts in Harry Potter draws heavily from Gothic architecture. Tall arches, stone corridors, and vast vertical spaces were originally designed in religious structures to evoke awe and insignificance. Same principles are reused to create a sense of wonder and magic. Some works do not just borrow history, they reconstruct it.
Come with me. Once we get inside, I will mark the paintings for you to steal. Bring them to Leonardo's workshop. Capito?
Assassin's Creed 2 recreates Renaissance Italy in remarkable detail from Florence to Venice. Historical figures like Leonardo da Vinci are not just referenced, but actively part of the story.
Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger. This is how it must be done. Do it quickly. I was only having fun.
The past becomes interactive, allowing players to move through history instead of only observing it.
That she is badly drawn, and that smile, overdone, meaningless. But forget painting.
History also shapes how we imagine strength itself. In 300, warriors are shown with exaggerated, idealized physiques. This is not realism.
This is Sparta!
But a continuation of classical idealism. Greek art often prioritized the perfect human form over realism. Modern cinema continues this language, presenting warriors as symbols of legend rather than ordinary soldiers. Not all influences aim for realism or idealism. Doctor Strange pushes reality into impossible forms, holding cities and breaking physics. These visuals continue the language of surrealism. Artists like Salvador Dali and M.C. Escher explored impossible worlds long before digital effects made them visible on screen. In this particular scene, the cars bending and flowing through the streets closely resemble the melting clocks in The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali. God of War draws directly from Greek and Norse mythologies, where gods, monsters, and humans exist in constant conflict. These stories originate in oral traditions that shaped how civilizations understood power, fate, and identity.
There he is. There's the god of war.
The same applies to Star Wars. George Lucas structured his saga around the hero's journey, a pattern found across ancient myths and epics. A hero leaves home, faces trials, falls,
Don't make me destroy you.
and rises again. This journey appears in myths across history, from the exile and return of Lord Rama in the Ramayana to the legends of King Arthur. The medium changes, but the myth remains immortal. Modern culture is not separate from history. It is layered on top of it. Films, games, and characters carry fragments of older worlds, older ideas, and older imagination. That's it for this video, but there's a lot more waiting for you on our channel. Explore, watch, and keep diving deeper into the world we create here.